Hello, my name is Rod Bates and I'm the owner of Koinonia Guide Service. On behalf of our staff and our sponsors, we'd like to thank you for fishing with us. It is our mission at Koinonia Guide Service to provide you a safe, educational, productive, and memorable experience while exposing you to God's wonderful creation. We see God's great power in the fact that He's created the Susquehanna River, and we see His goodness to us in the fact that He gives us the time, the ability, and the opportunity to enjoy this wonderful creation. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And thank you for choosing Koinonia Guide Service. Well, my client called in sick this morning, so I'm by myself. I decided to go to a different launch area and look for some new fish. So we'll see what we can find. Okay, this is the first hole I stopped at and I got one on. Wish you were here, Tim. Okay, there he is. That's on a Winco Custom Lure tube. Okay, there he is. Nice little smallie. There's that tube I was telling you about. Smoked purple fleck. Winco Custom Lures. Okay, we got the second one coming in here now. Again on that smoked purple tube. You can see we're at 41, almost 42 degrees, and that fish there, all I felt was weight. I didn't even feel the bite. Just moved it and there was a little weight there. Thank you, Lord. Another good fish going back, quality smallie. Got a little bit of blotchy bass syndrome on his lips there. But nobody else at the ramp this morning. I'm out here all by myself. I wish my client could have made it. Okay, here's the third fish of the morning coming in. This is a tactic that we use. Put a stick bait in a rod holder and let it hang out the back, and we picked up an extra fish that way. Actually feels like a pretty good fish as well. So I'd say the biggest fish of the morning probably came on this stick bait. This is on the Lucky Craft Pointer. And that's how we do it. Here we go. Thank you, Lord. That's a great fish. Beautiful 17-inch smallie going back, taking on a stick bait while I'm jigging a rod, and I got the stick bait hanging out the back. It's a suspending bait. And I did get a bump earlier. We missed it, but this one hooked itself. Okay, I just repositioned the boat to fish this same hole, and I put on a Crinkle cut worm by Winco, and I'm hooked up here. So before you leave a hole, you know, you want to throw at it from a little different angle and possibly different lures before you pull out. And you get a couple extra fish in your boat at the end of the day. Thank you, Lord. Another quality smallie. There's that Winco Crinkle cut worm. And I'm fishing the Bass Pro Shops Extreme Rod and the Pro Qualifier Reel. 10-pound Suffix 832 braid with the XPS 8-pound test fluorocarbon leader. Braided line is going to be visible in the water. The fluorocarbon is going to be less visible, and in this crystal clear water, that's a combination you want to use. Okay, I moved around on the trolling motor once I left that first hole I was at, and didn't pick anything up moving around. Saw another ledge here. We got 5 foot of water, came in here, and first cast I picked up one, so we'll see if there's any more in here. That's on the Winco Crinkle cut worm again. Okay, I only got one out of that last hole, so I'm moving around on the trolling motor in this flat. Lost one, put out the anchor, and then I caught one, so we'll see if we can get some more out of this flat here. Winco Custom Lure tube. Okay, we got another tube fish coming in. I lost 2 in this hole and caught 2 now, so I anchored up here, and I'm going to try to fish this a little bit differently now. That's on the Winco tube. Here comes Dave out. Looks like Pastor Don and Rick. Hi, man. Had some snow flurries up here this morning.
It's up to, I think it's up to 36 degrees.
Air temp.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't bit in a while, so I was getting ready to leave this hole. And before I did, I wanted to throw the crinkle cut worm, and the first cast I hooked one, so we'll see if we get any more before we move. Okay, this is the second extra fish we caught today just by having a stick bait out the back, so that's 2 in the boat that we wouldn't have had. Okay, again, I was moving on the trolling motor. I lost 2 fish, put up anchor, and now I got one, so that's on the Winco tube. So we'll anchor this spot, work them, and they quit biting, we'll get on the trolling motor and try to find some more. Okay, now this fish, I just liked the looks of an area, so I put out the anchor. I didn't hit any fish on the trolling motor, but it looked good, so I dropped anchor, and after about 4 casts, I caught this little guy here. That's again on the Winco tube. Okay, very next cast, got another one on this tube. So again, wow, look at the blotchy bass on him. This was a spot that I didn't get bit on the trolling motor, but it just looked good, so we stopped, and wow, a lot of blotchy bass. And there's, it's 2 out of here, so we'll see. Show you all the blotchy bass on him. Same deal. Didn't get any on the trolling motor, but I liked the looks of it. Stopped, and after 2 casts, I got one coming in on the tube. Another good-looking smallie. Thank you, Lord. Enjoying my day on the Susquehanna River. Wish I had a client to share it with. Okay, I was drifting and casting and hooked this one, so I dropped anchor quick. We'll see if we got any more in here. Just using this tube as a search bait, and good smallie here. Okay, there's the big one of the day thus far. 18-incher. Thank you, Lord. That was a lot of fun. Caught him on the Winco tube. Okay, we were able to pull a second fish out of this hole. A little guy on the tube again. I just picked up anchor to leave the spot. Made a cast and I hit one right away, so I dropped the anchor again. This is 3 out of this hole. Can't find any large concentrations of them, but just picking at them, onesies, twosies. This one had 3, so that's that tube again. Okay, I was thinking about leaving the hole again and got another one. I think I'm going to go ahead and mark this spot on the GPS. Okay, I was just covering water, hit a fish, so I dropped anchor. We'll see if we can do a couple more in here before we lift anchor again. It's on the tube again. Okay, pattern seems to be holding. Catch one, set up anchor, catch another one or 2, and then move on. We'll see. This is the second one out of this hole. On the tube again. Okay, this is the 3rd fish we got just by putting the stick bait in the rod holder and letting it do its thing, and there's our 3rd smallie came in that way. So, as I said earlier, that'll help you get a couple extra fish in the boat if you want to try it. Looks like dinner coming in. Dropped anchor, hopefully I can get on a school of these and eat some walleye. Even the walleye ate the Winco Custom tube. These are some toothy critters. Man, are they good eating. Okay, I dropped anchor on that walleye, and the very next cast got this smallie. So hopefully we're onto something here. Let's see. Another beautiful 18-inch smallie going back. Thank you, Lord. 3 casts in a row. Let's see what it is. Smallie or walleye. Another smallie. Yep, we got him. This is more like it. 4 casts in a row. 1 walleye, 3 smallies. Not big smallie, but it's still fun to catch. You gotta love the tug. It wasn't in consecutive cast. I had 2 casts in between before I hooked up again. So this has obviously been the best hole I've found so far today. Love that tug. Thank you, Lord. Still fishing the Winco tube. Doing good on it. I don't know how many fish I've caught on this tube, but it's been quite a few, and the tube's holding up great. Again, check out Winco's Custom Lures. You go to their website, they'll show you rigging instructions, show you how the bait works. It's a great product. I actually lost one out the other side of the boat and then came back to this side and got another one. Before I leave this hole, I will throw the Crinkle cut worm too. Now actually I'm going to try a jigging spoon since we got some walleye in here, see what happens. Okay, I went to the spoon, see if I can get a walleye. Let's see what we got here. Nope, another smaller, look at that. My Bass Pro Shop spoon. If you look here, the boat's kind of sitting sideways. That's because I got an upriver wind. And this spoon is something I like to throw on when it's windy, because I can keep contact with it and clients can feel fish better. So in the wind, I like to throw this thing. And there's our first one of the day on it. Another jigging spoon fish. Love the tug. Thank you, Lord. I'm having a blast today. Okay, they stopped hitting the spoon, so I went to the Winco Crinkle cut worm. Picked one up first cast. Okay, there it is, the Crinkle cut worm. And that tail floats up there in the water column. Smallies love it. Okay, another Crinkle cut worm fish coming in. He ate it pretty good. He got her down there deep. Another tube fish coming in. Switch back to the tube. Reposition the boat a little bit. Okay, another stick bait fish coming. I think that's 4 extra fish we have today now because we were letting the stick bait hang out the back. Okay. That's on the Lucky Craft Pointer Ghost Minnow. I decided to try to work that stick bait to see if I can get any walleye, and looks like I got one here. Oh yeah, there's another good looking eating toothy critter coming in, like that. Another good walleye on that tube. I don't know if he's legal or not, I think. This one was in the rod holder again and it just went, and I don't know if it's foul hooked or a big fish, but it's taking drag. There's the answer, it's a big smaller. Yeah, it's a nice fish. There's a new big fish of the day, I'd say, at least weight-wise. It's a heavy fish. There he is. 20 1/4. Beautiful fish. Thank you, Lord. Big fish of the day, 20 1/4 on the Ghost Minnow. Hanging out the back in the rod holder. Beautiful fish. Thank you, Lord. Feels like another good fish again. Again, this rod just hanging out the back here. Must have produced 6 extra fish today. There he is. Lucky Craft Pointer, Ghost Minnow. Okay, same tactic, moving around in the trolling motor. Hit a fish, we'll anchor. We'll see if we can do any more here. Just moving around in the trolling motor, tossing a jig. Got my stick bait hanging out the back. And hooked up again. Now, normally I would anchor here, but it's getting late in the day. I'm just going to keep covering water and look for some other stuff. Nice fish, though. There's another 18. He's 18 3/4. That's like 4 fish or 5 fish over 18 inches today. See all the blotchy bass syndrome on him. Came on the Winco tube. It's been the go-to bait today. Okay, same deal. I got the trolling motor reasonably low, moving around upriver, looking for fish. Hooked another one. Again, instead of anchoring on this fish and working the pocket, I'm going to keep moving. Yeah, you can see I'm on the trolling motor. Hooked up another fish. And again, the thing to do would be to anchor when you find spots like this and see if you can get any more fish. But I'm going to keep moving. It's getting late in the day. That's another one on the Winco tube. They're eating that tube today. And I don't know how many fish that is in that tube, and it still looks good, still catching fish. Durable bait. Okay, earlier in the day, the best spot we had, I marked it as a waypoint. So before I left, I wanted to come back here, make sure I could find it based on the GPS, and set up on it, and see if I can catch a fish, and I did, so that's all I needed to see. Okay, wrapping up the video. Had a wonderful day out here enjoying God's creation all by myself. Unfortunately, the client was sick this morning, so I went to a whole new ramp, a place that I had fished in the summer but never fished at this time of the year. Through networking, had heard there were some fish up here, so I wanted to come find them for myself, and Lord blessed, had a great day. Bulk of the fish, all but about, I don't know, maybe 6 on a stick bait, 2 on a jig and spoon, that's 8. I'm not sure what else. Stick bait, jig and spoon, and the rest came on Winco Custom Lures. Again, go to their website, check them out. They've got great baits. They've got videos on there to show you how to rig them and use them. Very durable baits. I'm not sure how many smallies I caught today on the tube, and it didn't tear through. It held up great. And also caught them on the Crinkle cut worm, and it worked out very well. Ended up with 44 fish today, and there was another bait I caught them on, and it was the 3-inch river darter swim bait. We had of the 44, we had 3 walleye in there, all keeper walleye. So again, it's a great day the Lord blessed me with, and thanks for watching. There's 3 beautiful walleyes. I'm going to go ahead and release them and let somebody else have fun catching them. Up to 20 inches they were. See you, boys. Hey, going the wrong way, pal. There you go.